What's up guys, Gamer the Video Game Scientist from VG Bootcamp here. Welcome to my FGC channel, Gamer FGC. This is the beginner's guide to Spider-Man Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. In this video I'm going to give you a crash course on how Spider-Man plays, how his mechanics work, how to approach with them, and how to do some combos and Oki. If you want to see more high quality Marvel Tokon content, subscribe, give the video a like, and turn on those notifications. Whether you're new to fighting games or a seasoned vet who's new to Tokon, this guide is for you. That being said, you should definitely watch my ultimate guide to Marvel Tokon video first, because that's where I go into detail about all the game's mechanics, everything else about the games. You definitely want to check that out first. Click here, check it in the description. All right, let's get started. But first, a quick overview. Spider-Man is a character that is fairly well-rounded, but leans mostly into getting pressure up close to his opponent. Although he has some decent options from further range, you'll quickly notice a lot of his kit is either meant to be used close to the opponent or help you get close. If that sounds like something you enjoy doing, then Spider-Man is a great character to learn. On the contrary, his normals are relatively stubby, and in terms of raw grounded movement or his air dash, he isn't particularly quick either. Even some normals like his crouch heavy, you'll notice, have some quite specific hitboxes compared to some of the other giant swings other characters have. Another con is that he feels a little bit assist dependent. He has some great mobility options, some good mix-ups up close, and a decent projectile, but to convert off these options, or in some cases just make them a little safe, you will often need an assist ready to help you out. Are you sick of trying to play the game you love and just see people on Twitter complain about it and moan 24/7? If this is you, then you should join the Gamers Lab Discord. Here, we foster a community focused on having a positive attitude towards getting better at the game, through sharing tech, strategies, and guides, as well as matchmaking. We also have character-specific discussions and a forum where you can discuss anything. If this sounds like a place you want to be a part of, join my Discord now. The link's in the description. Seriously though, we have categories for Street Fighter 6, Marvel Tokon, 2XKO, Rivals of 2, Smash Melee, Smash Ultimate, and more. So let's start talking about his normals. We don't need to get too in-depth about them, but we'll talk about some of the use cases where necessary. His standing light is his fastest move at 6 frames, and his crouching light is just 1 frame slower at 7. 6 frames is universally the fastest normal in the game, and it is your go-to in very up-close scramble situations, or even in round start if your opponent wants to have a mash-off. But just remember that throws are actually even 1 frame faster at 5 frames, if you're really close to the opponent. His jump light is mostly used as a quick air-to-air. You can just continue to press it to knock him down after a hit. His grounded mediums are relatively stubby compared to many other characters, but they're still a very useful part of his kit. His standing medium is both faster and reaches further than his crouch medium, which makes it a great tool for a mid-range scramble situation or if you're trying to take your turn and your opponent is minus at a further distance. His crouch medium is still useful as it is a decently ranged low and can start combos if you catch your opponent not blocking low. His jump medium reaches forward an okay amount, and you will likely use it after an air dash, as it is his fastest way to approach with a high hit, while having a decent hitbox. His heavies will most likely just be used in combos and block strings, besides his crouch heavy, which will be used as your universal anti-air. Spider-Man does have a unique heavy button though, in which you hold down the heavy button while doing a standing heavy. This causes the second hit to be a high hitting attack that your opponent must block standing, and we'll be using this for a very easy high-low mix-up later. His jumping heavies will most likely be used for combos, because you generally just want to use them in combos for the max possible damage. And as with most characters, this means you can use both air heavy and air forward heavy in your air combos before slamming your opponent back to the ground. Next up is his unique skill, Web Zip. This is the tool that separates Spider-Man's approach options and versatility from the crowd. I mentioned he isn't particularly fast in the air or on the ground, but he makes up for it by being able to traverse the screen with his unique. By pressing unique with no direction, Spider-Man will fire his web zip horizontally across the screen and zip behind it. You can hold the unique button to follow up with a kick, which is punishable on block on its own, but you can also hold back plus unique to instead not zip with the web and pull the opponent towards you. You can do this in multiple directions. Pressing down plus unique fires the web upwards, and we have the same follow-up options. Forward plus unique does the same thing, but sends the web in a 45-degree up-forward direction. It's worth mentioning that you really want to get used to the directions of each unique angle. For me personally, pressing forward unique and getting an up-forward dash doesn't really feel intuitive, and I often found myself web zipping at an unintended angle during block strings at first. This applies to his aerial uses of his unique as well, where pressing forward now sends you down forward, and pressing back sends you down forward at a steeper angle. It takes a bit getting used to, but it's worth doing so as you want to be precise with this move to really get the most out of Spider-Man. You can also hang from the web by holding up in unique, and you can jump out of this, which can lead to Spider-Man being able to get around projectiles or approaching from tricky angles that most characters do not typically reach. Okay, let's talk about his skills. Quarter circle for light or pressing the quick skill button is web shot, his fireball. On the ground, the light version shoots a single fireball while the medium shoots 3. In the air, however, they both shoot 3, but the angle changes based on which version you press. The light one reaches down forward at a 45-degree angle, with the medium version a more steep angle. You want to get used to these angles as well, as we'll talk about how you can make use of them to win neutral in the next section. His quarter circle back or back plus quick skill is Arachnid Assault. Spider-Man does a little dash up into some forward kicks and bounces off his opponent on the ground. The light version is the primary way we can break the wall. And as mentioned earlier, Spider-Man loves having assists ready, so we want to get used to ending combos with this move when you want to unlock your full team. The medium version is slow but has more hit and block stun, and the heavy version is quite fast and actually hits low, which is very useful, and we'll go over this soon. In the air, these moves do not have the initial run up at the start. The aerial version of the light is our go-to for breaking the wall consistently, and the heavy version can be used to get some extensions in our combos if needed. Down down plus a button or down plus quick skill gives us web bomb. The medium version sends the bomb slightly higher, while the heavy version is faster and uses the same angle as the light version. This special can control space for us and even be used in combos or in block strings to catch an opponent mashing. And finally, with forward down forward into a button or forward plus quick skill, we have Spidey Sense, which acts as a traditional counter or parry. The heavy version allows us to choose which side you'll end up on. It's worth noting that although these have fast startup, they are not instant, so you can't use them against meaties or very tight strings. As you can see here, Spider-Man is glowing and you can hear the sound of a heavy special, but I still get hit. Spider-Man's assists are not too complicated, so let's not spend too much time on them. Like every character, his forward assist is his shooter, a projectile in this case, and he shoots 3 webs, which I found easier to convert off than some characters who throw a single projectile. Down assist is an anti-air. This one didn't seem to be too particularly good compared to others, but it gets the job done. His back assist is quite unique. Many other back assists take up a lot more space and just control the screen a bit more, but the unique part about his is that he pulls the opponent in on block. I'm sure other characters will find a way to take advantage of this for some tricky left-right mix-ups, but that will end up being more team dependent. The supers are quite standard. By pressing quarter circle forward plus medium and heavy or quick skill plus unique, you get Web Warrior, an invincible move that uses 50 meter that you can use to end combos. After the super, you end up quite close to your opponent and you're +6. This is quite good as it allows us to ensure we can get our 8-frame stand medium punch out before the opponent can get their own normal or jump out. While getting a stand medium on block doesn't sound crazy, Spider-Man does have threatening options on block that we'll go over, so this is quite nice. His ultimate skill is Radioactive Spider, done with half circle back and then forward plus medium and heavy, or by pressing forward quick skill plus unique. For 100 meter, it does more damage than the last one, but in my opinion, the Oki is a bit worse. Although you're +10, you're much further away, so you can't force your opponent to block a normal, as you can't cover the distance in time. Quarter circle forward light plus assist, you get his Tōkon assemble. These are pretty standard across the board. After it's over, you get similar OP to your ultimate skill. So I do think his super skill is just the strongest if you want to continue pressure afterwards. The other two just do more damage. Okay, now that we know what the character can do, let's talk about we'll be using his kit to open up your opponent and land some combos on them. Let's start with neutral. As with any character, you can dash around and use your normals, but ours are quite stubby, so let's focus on some other stuff unique to Spider-Man. As mentioned, you can just press unique to horizontally travel across the entire screen. By holding the unique button, you can even cover yourself with a moving hitbox as well. Both of these have some counterplay by the opponent, but as we mentioned before, this is a game with assists, so you can cover yourself with an assist and use these to get in safely. By using an assist to cover for me, I can ensure I actually have plus frames and can continue on block or even get a full combo in case it hits. As you can see here, if you hold down the unique for the follow-up kick, Spider-Man is punishable on block. And if you do not hold it down and try to approach behind the web with a jumping normal, the opponent can 2H to interrupt and get their own big combo. So against someone who knows how Spider-Man's unique works, you're going to have to ensure that you get used to covering yourself with timed assists. These same concepts apply to using Spider-Man's unique in the air. Another way you can safely threaten the opponent from a huge distance with the help of our assist is to use Fireball. By just doing something like a quarter circle forward medium and then calling a forward assist towards the end of it, you have so much time to confirm whether the initial projectile hit or was blocked. On the case that it hits, you can dash forward and use your forward and unique to convert off the assist and get a full combo, all while taking very low risk yourself. You can also do this in the air, and in my opinion this is quite strong. If your opponents know you like to use web zip in the air, they might start to focus on anti-airing you or looking out for it, but you can instead throw out fireballs and convert off them the same way. This can even be used as a way to bait your opponent's 2H when you jump towards them. By pretending you're going to jump at them, you can then just use your medium web ball, since it has a very steep angle under you, and punish their 2H and convert off this with an assist. Here is an annoying strategy to deal with in many team games, and that is doing the same thing while retreating. By using our quarter circle forward light while dashing away from the opponent, you can bait them into thinking they can move forward while you retreat. Tag them with a projectile and then get a full combo with an assist. Retreating projectiles in neutral are already annoying to deal with for many characters, and getting to convert off it with an assist is really strong and something you will want to learn how to utilize in many matchups. Using Spider-Man's unique in these specials alongside the power of having an assist out is a very strong way to ensure that you remain threatening to the opponent no matter where you are on screen. Okay, now let's say you did get in. Maybe you didn't land a raw hit with these tactics, but the opponent is blocking. What do you open them up with? Spider-Man excels here. He has the option for general strike throw mix-ups that are fundamental in many fighting games, but Spider-Man has options for tricky high-lows as well. As I mentioned earlier, by holding down our standing heavy, the second hit becomes an overhead, and the opponent has to block it high. Early into this game's life, this will literally just work every time because many people don't even know he can do it, or are still getting used to seeing it. But that doesn't mean that this mix-up is bad if the opponent is familiar with it. At the cost of 25 meter, by using his quarter circle back and heavy, you have a very fast hitting low attack that you can combo off of. This means you can do the first hit of the standing heavy and then cancel it into the low hitting special, or keep it held down for a high hitting normal and convert off both scenarios with an assist. In the corner, you don't even need an assist to combo off the heavy Arachne assault. Another mix-up you can do on block is by doing a typical block string and finish it by canceling standing heavy into quarter circle back light. This is a true block string. As you can see, I'm mashing here and nothing's coming out. After the opponent blocks the special, if you call an assist to keep the opponent blocking longer, you can do a late air dash into a high hitting attack, or land and do a low. It's worth noting that you should do your forward assist rather than pressing neutral assist, as they often have more blocks. This may vary by which assist you have up and which characters are on your team, so experiment with it. Besides this, you can also do typical frame traps in a block string to catch the opponent mashing. As mentioned earlier, you can use web bomb and convert off that if they were mashing into it. You can also delay your follow-ups after a standing heavy to catch opponents mashing. As you can see here, by pressing unique after standing heavy, even though I am mashing, I won't get counter hit. But if you learn to delay just a bit, you will catch people mashing. Alright, now let's talk about some combos. This isn't meant to be an all-encompassing guide about every combo possible, but you want to make sure you have reliable combos for different scenarios and understand some of the unique ways Spider-Man can extend his combos. The universal way that most characters can do a basic combo is by doing 4 normals on the ground, and as long as one of those normals was a crouch medium, crouch heavy, the opponent will be airborne, and then you can jump to follow them. After you jump up there, you can do a jump medium, forward heavy, heavy, jump forward, and then do medium, heavy, and heavy again. You should get used to just pressing the last heavy twice rather than manually doing the down heavy, as there are many times the auto combo version will help adjust your character and ensure the combo stays consistent, whereas pressing down heavy may make you fall too fast. After the opponent is sent downwards, you can call an assist to pick them back up, and then repeat most of the sequence, but this time end the combo with a quarter circle back plus light before near a wall to unlock more teammates. By using neutral unique on a grounded opponent after standing heavy, Spider-Man can get an extension and more corner carry without using an assist or using meter. But of course, you can extend this even more by calling an assist, just like last time, after the opponent is sent towards the ground. If you did knock the opponent off the ground with a crouch medium, you can do a similar thing to get more corner carry, but by using forward plus unique instead. To get some more damage in a situation where you don't want to break the wall, you can opt to end your combo with a super. The easier way to do this is when you send your opponent down the second time, you can press down and unique to chase them, and then immediately cancel it into super. The main problem with this is that you will need to cut out a lot of normals. because it is very easy to break the combo limit by going for all these. A slightly more advanced combo that can do quite a bit of damage with less hits is to use Spider-Man's quarter circle back medium after the first assist call. If you do not hold a direction after the quarter circle back medium, Spider-Man will drift away from the opponent. Instead, you want to drift towards the opponent and do a quarter circle forward plus medium, and then hold down back plus unique to grab the opponent down, and we can cancel this into super. Another way to get an extra extension without an assist is to use Spider-Man's quarter circle back and heavy in the air. If you do this high enough, you can follow up with 2 heavies and then extend the combo further from there if you have assists available. If we put all of this together, you can get a pretty huge combo that goes from corner to corner while using only 1 assist. The more assists you unlock, the crazier you can get with combos. But this one will always be reliable, and you can build more from here. It's worth noting that at the end of the day, the best combo for you to do off any random hit depends on what you need at the time. As mentioned earlier, unlocking more assists helps Spider-Man a lot, as he has access to a lot of really strong options when backed by an assist. So you will not always be looking for max damage. Sometimes you'll be looking to get as much corner carry as possible. Sometimes you'll be using as much meter and assist as possible to get as much damage as you can to close out a round. By using the building blocks for his combo routes that we just went over, you can build a combo for any situation and optimize them over time. Combine this with the tricks we talked about to win neutral, as well as the ways Spider-Man can open up people on block that we talked about earlier, and you have more than enough to start climbing the rank ladder, or just beating up your friends with this character. Anyways, that's the video. If you liked it, consider giving it a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing. If you really like it, consider turning on those notifications. Do you want more character guides? If so, let me know which characters you want in the comments below. I'm busy, I got stuff to do, so it's back to the lab with me. See you guys next time.
Back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab.